Ah! Spider in my face.
She got it.
She got it.
All
My
right.
services were not required.
When last we left, a long time ago, our intrepid adventurers. The Tanith had. So the adventurers were en route to an elemental island, or an island of elements. Abigail wasn't super clear on that detail. They were on their way to that island when Tanith was boarded by a group that was speaking a language that was not known by Gaston, but was recognized by Gaston. But Gaston was able to magic his way into understanding and realize that they were Simic, which is a guild from the plane of Ravnica, which is where Gaston is from. And these Simic raiders had a specific goal in mind, a specific target. They were after our own Skippy Hoppington, or as they called Skippy, Experiment 7723. And they were attempting to capture Skippy, but well, their boat got dropped twice, and then a whale went through it. And so it messed up their plans pretty good. And they scurried off. Well, they were mostly killed off. But Nico managed to grab some paperwork and maps and saw that they came from an island not too far away from where they attempted to board Tanith. And the group, at Skippy's urging, has decided to investigate this island and figure out exactly what is going on and why were they after Skippy, and why was people from the Simic enclave after Skippy, and why were they referring to Skippy as 7723? And where were these memories coming from? For Skippy was having suddenly conflicting memories that were popping up that didn't quite line up. So we join our adventurers. They have come to the island, and they arrive at the island, and they see it looks like a fish. It looks like just a fishing village. There's a few boats that are docked. You see there are men working, pulling fish, a few supplies off some boats, but you don't see any. Nobody looks to have gills or scales. You don't see anything that looks out of the ordinary. What looks like should be an ordinary fishing village looks like an ordinary fishing village. But go ahead and everybody give me perception checks.
I'm gonna have comprehend languages up on myself.
Okay.
And then
mighty 8.
Before
Yes,
that,
Boomer.
oh, go ahead, Matt.
When did I wake up?
You woke up.
Wow, Gaston on it.
So you woke up.
I rolled a 1.
When they so after the fight, like after after Felix dove through a boat, and you woke up to Silver Thistle and Lionheart trying to shake you awake, Boomer. You apparently got into the ship's grog supply.
You should not have drinking contests with Nico ever again. He automatically he's 2/3 liver.
I hibernated.
Yeah. You woke up and you're like, oh, whew, I had the weirdest dream.
Does my passive perception have anything to say here? Since I rolled a 1.
Your passive perception for something like this would actually count.
Woohoo!
Alright,
Then I have a 20 for passive perception.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing at some point someone tells me, like, fills me in on what happened.
Yeah, well, Nico,
yeah.
Nico will give you a comprehensive version of events.
Oh,
I'll
wait.
go ahead and tell you the truth.
Felix is pretty proud of destroying the boat.
So Boomer will be quiet, like he'll listen to what everyone has to say. Like, yes, you know, like Nico and Gaston and Felix and all right. Why didn't anyone wake me?
Oh, sorry. Did you want me to just come down between stabbing 3 guys and bring you like your slippers, or?
I mean, you were down there.
Nice, I was underneath. I was never on that floor.
At which point,
didn't you hear anything like the whole time?
No.
At which point, Silver Thistle and Lionheart, they will point to several shallow stab wounds in your thigh, and they were like, "We were trying to wake you up."
I thought that was bed bugs.
At which point, Tanith will go, "Yar, there be no bed bugs on Tanith. Our ship is clean. We be deloused."
Seeing as there's no skin cells being shed before we got here.
A boat full of skeletons should not be considered unclean. Outrageous.
The whale helped us, you say?
The whale did help
your
us this
friend,
time.
the whale appeared just in time to smash a hole through the middle of the boat that had just been dropped through a magical hole in the sea.
The boat didn't stand
It
a
was
chance.
quite
I believe Nico was on the boat when it happened.
Oh yes, I had an excellent view of the boat as I went through
Cats and
it.
dogs. Well, it was raining wizards and whales.
Well, I'm owed murder.
Don't worry, Boomer. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people to kill here as well.
There better be. I would be very disappointed if there isn't.
All right. So
They're not exactly nice people, so you can feel free to eliminate them.
Well, just to be clear,
Nope,
you don't
the
know
half
that
man
these
said it.
people. No, wait
for the
but these
signal.
people wait for the signal.
There was one guy who helped me escape, if my memories are correct. So we shouldn't. If you hear me shouting, like, "Don't kill that guy!
I'll kill him
that
last."
guy."
Remember when I said I'd kill you last?
I lied.
So if going back to when the boat sank, if I sent my familiar down there as an octopus to find anything, is it worth looking into, or it's smashed up real good?
it got smashed up real good.
Okay.
It did not sink as a whole. Because it got dropped once, it was pretty fucked up, then a whale went through it, and then it got dropped a second time, and the second time with a whole big hole through it was really what finished it off. It went, and it just sort of came apart.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't build ships very well.
Yeah, well, and then the parts that came apart, they got sucked up the sides of the water trench, and then swirled around a bunch. So like, not only did it get broken up and smashed, someone put it in a food processor.
A blender.
So yeah, it like nothing sank intact. Like it just went.
Okay. All right. And then
Nico,
before-
did you have? Sorry, you go ahead. I thought you were finished, Felix. Go ahead.
I say just before we get off the boat, I'd like to cast telepathic bond on us so we can all talk as we leave the boat
Smart.
Nice.
as a ritual.
Before we leave the boat as well, does anyone have like any good disguises I might be able to use if like they are looking for me? Then maybe I shouldn't look like me.
I can pull out some costumes that I use for other purposes.
Will they fit?
Oh, there's makeup and wigs, manacles.
Why is one of your party dressed like a gimp?
As long as I can still use my bow.
I do have a disguise kit.
Yeah, let's do that thing before we do the gimp thing.
Hey,
Well, I mean,
don't knock it until you try it 5 or 6 times.
yeah, I mean, luckily Felix casts telepathic bond, so Skippy doesn't even have to take the ball gag out or nothing. Like she can just.
Why don't we get Gaston to stand on Skippy's shoulders and put a coat over him? And
Can I have my cape of billowing on Gaston then?
Yeah, I'll allow that if you want to have Gaston stand on your shoulders. The cloak of billowing will surround both of you and make you look like a single individual.
Would it be better if it were the? Oh no, because then my face would be showing. We need me
trying to
be-
hide you,
yeah.
right?
I was thinking it makes sense if I can sit on the book then maybe.
Well, I've got 37 pounds of equipment in halfling.
Can I? You're 37 pounds, did you say?
Yeah.
What if I think if I sit down on the book and you climb on top of me, that will be okay.
But then
I'm
you're
quite
like-
sturdy. And,
So you're gonna like hover around with no
yeah,
feet.
that's what I thought. Like,
Well,
The
Skippy,
cloak just
remember,
billows under where your feet would be.
Yeah.
so Skippy,
oh,
remember
the ball gown. Put the ball gown on.
You're gonna have Gaston in a ball gown.
That's still
Yeah.
for a human.
And we can just like hover just above the ground, so the ball gown is just sort of trailing a little bit along.
You realize I'm the size of a little Raggedy Andy doll? A human sized ball gown would look ridiculous.
It's right. We just taper it in.
Yeah,
They got a regular size head though, right? The
so
half-
Skippy could be the arms.
the second set of arms. He'll blend in with the Simics.
well, remember, Skippy, you also have your tattoos as well.
True. That is true.
So I mean, you can you can go naked and just attempt to just da-na-na, na-na-na.
I'll be naked under the ball gown just in case.
Right?
Blend in with the inside of the
Nothing wrong
ball.
there when you get caught.
No.
Just, what the fuck is going on here?
I think
Oh.
turning up to a fishing village, a cloak may be a better disguise than a ball gown.
Look, I'm fancy as fuck. I don't care.
Dress
So-
to impress.
If Skippy's just standing still, she'll be invisible, right? But what if but like if she's on the book and the book's moving and she's standing still, would she still be
looks like-
invisible?
So
I was
if
like
she's-
holding on to the book. I
Yeah,
guess
if
I
she's
could do.
laying
Yeah.
flat to the book, she can make herself look like the
Mm.
book. Right? So if she's naked and laying flat on the book, she can make
And
herself
Gaston
look.
can sit on top of her and it will look reasonably convincing.
This is the next group artwork that we need.
The last time she sat on the book, I need to put some absorptive pads down first.
As long as they look like the book, so they don't give me away.
Well, yeah, you're right. Has cling film been invented yet? I need to put some cling film down. I just don't want any grung slime on my book.
I don't want to be poisoned every time I peruse a page here.
Right.
Just put me on your least favorite chapter.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna. Yeah, I mean, smash cut to Gaston at night going.
I saw that movie. I haven't watched it both of the months.
Just foaming at them. Fucking Skippy.
Damn you. Yeah, that could work.
You know what? I can just hang Skippy from a sack. You know, like tie the sack off and have Boomer carry Skippy in a sack.
I completely misunderstood
sack.
that.
I thought you meant
It's like you
your
want me
sack.
naked hanging off your sack?
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
Not when we're going into combat.
You were worried about poison on the book.
Yeah.
Well, that's the book. I don't want to mess up the book. And poison during sex is fine, but don't mess up the knowledge.
So anyway,
So
Boy,
the
Gaston
planet, I was
changed a lot since this whole thing started. He's become a lot pervier than I originally intended.
I'm still trying to get to my target.
It's right there.
Okay, Boomer, can I give you my stuff? Like my like all the stuff I want to take, armor and arrows and bow and stuff, so I can be naked on the book.
No.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a weird request, but I mean, no, it's fine. You could be naked on a book.
And you'll carry my stuff for me?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, do you think I can't carry it?
What about just sitting inside of Jeff's rib cage? He's immune to poison.
Oh, there you go. Have Jeff with a cloak.
Yeah, just have an eye hole in the rib cage.
Can
and
Jeff,
cloak.
Jeff, I could loan Jeff my cloak of billowing.
yeah.
There you go.
Then you got yourself a power loader.
Yeah. Oh, then
Hold on to the
actually,
rib.
then I also give Jeff like my like a backpack with my gear in it. Then then like not that I know that Boomer could carry it, but it would be better.
You could just
if
like
Boomer was
hang
free.
your bow off his clavicle. And just like push it
So
out to fire.
when you hand Jeff your gear, Jeff looks at you, Boomer, and he gives you a look. You know, like clearly they had to call in the the gun show here. You will have to do something. You will have to do something about Jeff's.
Or the second head, or
Well, the fact he doesn't have any skin.
Gaston is
Okay.
Cool.
Can Jeff sit on the book and then Gaston sit, and then we put the dress,
No,
and I'm inside the rib
Well,
cage.
no. I'm not sure I'm the book is probably the best choice.
What do you consider a static visual effect? Is skin
So
a-
if his face doesn't, so his face won't be able to change expression. Like you could put if you put an illusion on his face, like you wouldn't be able to change it. Like it would look like someone with Botox, right? Like just like he would have no facial expression.
Really?
He would,
Doesn't anyone?
and his
have a
eyes
helmet?
wouldn't move. Like it would just look like
well,
Can we
because
just
one of my
Tie
tie
magical
like a
mask?
rug, like a rag around him, like just like the
Like
sand
some
people
sort
in
of-
June, not the sand people. Like
Well, I mean, like,
people.
why don't we just
that-
Robin Hood this? Like,
the cultural insensitivity here.
like
Christ.
Kevin Costner, Robin Hood, and just wrap him up like he's a leper. And
yeah,
yeah,
that
just put
would
bandages on his
look
face.
bad.
Yeah, that could work.
and if he drops somebody like oh, you dropped your finger.
Not
Well,
again.
but so I mean, you'll have the bandages over two empty eye sockets.
No.
Like,
Do we not
people are
have?
just gonna look at it.
Does no one
What's
have
up?
a helmet? Can we just put a helmet
The
on?
magical tinkering for artificer. You can touch two things and make glowy stuff. So he's got some
Perfect,
glowing.
Well,
Glowing eyes.
well, wait.
Blend right in.
And then
Did-
put the wrappings
did
over
you-
the eyes, so it's
Did
Oh,
you
wait.
guys kill any of the fish people?
Yeah, we killed them good.
Okay,
Yeah.
are there any dead fish people?
any eyes left.
We kind of blew them up.
Yeah, they're
Just
any-
Leatherface
are they-
this.
Felix sort of charbroiled them.
I froze, or I sound blasted
What's that?
one of them.
Yeah, and then you drop the fireball.
Fried 3.
I stabbed several. I don't think they were all fireballed.
Well,
I
Nico,
mean, all the pieces don't have to be from the same one.
Different sizes and color eyes.
eyes in, they're pointing two different directions, and Boomer's like, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, I would
Different
like,
color
it
eyes.
looks perfectly normal.
This looks exactly right. Like Boomer's looking in a mirror and then doing Jeff up and looking in a mirror and then it looks perfect. Like I don't see what the problem is.
Hang on, I have the damaged portrait from the winery. Maybe we could like cut the eyes out of the portrait and just stand behind.
Well, Nico, you have a disguise kit, right?
I do have a disguise kit.
Yeah, so you can use a disguise kit. You'd have to. Do you have proficiency in the disguise kit?
Ooh.
How do you not as a rogue?
You put all your points into bullshit.
No, I think I chose proficiency in thieves' tools rather than the disguise kit. I think.
I've got Tinker's tools proficiency, if that's helpful with when it's Jeff. I mean, he's almost like mechanical.
I don't think
body
I've
is
ever
just a
seen you
machine,
use
right?
those thieves' tools.
No, I usually whenever I
he-
went to like pick a lock on the door, then
he-
Boomer
he-
would usually open the door.
He used them. He used them to pick the lock on the chest to steal that portrait.
That's right.
The one picture of that guy's wife that he had.
Oh, I thought I just punched through the chest.
I thought it was Azkan that smashed it, wasn't it?
Oh,
No.
maybe. Oh, that's right. Because you damaged the portrait, right?
Yeah, I punched right
And
through
then,
it.
and then Nico stole it.
Yeah.
I say we go ahead and get the illusion going and just put a mask on top. So when somebody says, show me your face, and go,
If you just have the, I guess, yeah, you just have
Smart.
the eyes. The eyes could just be illusion, I suppose.
I just imagine like while this conversation's going on, Boomer's going through dead bodies and like trying to
Just
figure out how he's
over
gonna-
the side.
yeah.
Putting different
Meanwhile,
eyes in. Come here,
the shooter
Jeff.
on the dock are kind of freaking out.
Clean them. That's like. All right, there
We
you
need
go.
to-
Yeah, there you go.
And we're doing all of this like up on deck, like
Yeah,
at the dock.
fisherman just like watching us, just like.
You guys aren't from around here, are you?
Jeff's. Well, I also like that you're talking about Jeff like while he's standing right there, and you're like, well, I don't know how we make it look any better. That's like literally standing right here, and he's like just looking at his other head, like they're just looking at each other, and like Jeff just like kind of shrugs at the new head. He's like, this is how it is. Like this is
This is our life now.
this is our life
hell.
now. Welcome
Thanks
to
for
it.
sharing it with me.
Do we have to get Jeff to choose which head he wants to bring? Because I guess having two heads is a bit of a giveaway.
Or you can just have it
you'll
like
have
in
to,
the ribs with you.
I can
you can put
I
the
can
other
have
head
it with me.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff's a kind of a jumble anyway. So
Okay,
Turn
we
that
can bring
around.
it. We can bring it in
Turn
case
that
backup
frown
head.
upside down, Jeff. Make
No,
your head
the soup
inside.
is very disturbing sometimes.
you can. I mean, drop that head right in the middle of the pelvis there, and just kind of.
Look. Like a,
All right, so you've got
Some kind of weird
so does
bird.
Jeff have the illusion or some dead people eyes or what's Jeff packing in his peepers?
Why not both?
I was gonna say, I think everything.
Just none of you talk to anyone else. Everyone's just like
Everyone's
I
just
have, and just moving away, move aside. Let me, and then
Nico's used his.
So
like,
Jeff's got a couple of he's got
disguise kit to
mismatched.
just like draw a smiley face on Jeff's skull.
I cut
Jeff's
the
gonna
nose
miss-
off and I put it on the face.
Yeah, Jeff's got mismatched dead eyeballs, a nose that doesn't quite fit.
You know,
And then you wrap the whole thing in a scarf and then put an illusion over the eyes.
I imagine it like in Red Dwarf in like the Crichton episode when he's like putting lipstick on the skeleton of.
You must look your best.
You look wonderful, Miss Anne.
I don't see anything wrong with this. How could this fail?
Yeah.
And then Jeff looks down at his feet.
Gonna need some boots.
Oh.
All right.
Or, you know,
Dead people burn.
There must be
crispy
boots
food.
lying around.
I mean,
Tanith must have
just
boots
put
somewhere.
a couple of like the burnt sort of partially exploded boots on Jeff.
Yeah, so yeah, you put a couple of boots
Two
that are
left
like all
shoes.
ragged and burnt.
Two left boots.
Yeah, two different shoes. Mismatched gloves, and then a cloak of billowing, and then this. Does he have like a nice scarf wrapped around his head, or is it like an old T-shirt?
Oh,
I don't
I think he needs
imagine
to look,
an old
he needs to look
bandage.
classy.
I've got 4 goblin loincloths. We could use one of those.
There we go.
Can we
Perfect.
can we give him like a shirt that's like buttoned on the inside so I can like unbutton it and look out if I want?
Well, so he's got the cloak around him, and so the cloak. Can,
Okay.
Like,
Oh,
part
the cloak
so that
is
you
right
can,
down.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that you can like get a little
Show.
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, this can't fail.
This is
Great.
perfect.
Can we get Jeff to give us like a twirl? And,
Mate, sell it to me, Jeff.
the
Yeah.
cat walk up and down the boat for a while.
So yeah, Jeff. Let's put Jeff in here. Boop.
Oh, Ed, that doesn't look a thing like what we were talking about.
Terrible.
Right. Let's see. They don't really have. Oh wait, here we go. That's
Oh,
close.
yeah.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that
Love it.
is perfect.
Yeah.
And Skippy is like inside him.
All right.
You got it.
we're
Phrasing.
Right, just throw it in the sea with all the other trash.
So this is going to be. This is going to be Jeff
Legendary.
in disguise. Yeah.
A flawless disguise.
And then, are you? Did you tell Jeff to let Skippy drive, Felix?
Yeah.
All right. So
Does
I'm
Jeff
gonna let
agree
you,
to this?
He doesn't have much of a choice.
Turns out Jeff doesn't really have much of a choice. This is Jeff's special hell. All right. So
I'm gonna tell Jeff he has to smile the whole time.
all right. So Skippy, you can control that many.
Okay.
Oh, this is great.
Oh yeah.
We're problem solvers.
We're problem solvers.
Problems no one knew
All
existed.
right, so you guys arrive. So all of this sort of happened on the boat, right? So you arrive, you sort of land at the docks. The perception checks that you rolled, everybody, I think, except for Nico.
Oh, yeah.
So you get off, like I said, you see people, there's some people working on the docks. There's, fishing boats and whatnot coming and going. You do notice, though, that, for the buildings and stuff that you see, they're, and for the kind of the time of day, there doesn't seem, it doesn't seem like there's as much activity as there should be. Something isn't doesn't quite line up with sort of the size of the village that you see and the amount of activity that you see going on. The two things don't quite line up.
Like it might be a facade.
So Nico will have disguised himself as the ship's hand again.
Okay. Not necessarily a facade, but just that well, I mean, it might be like it's just like like the amount of activity doesn't match sort of the size of the village. The amount of buildings that you're seeing. You're like, there should be more activity than this at this time of day.
Did we got like maps of the facility or a map of something, didn't we?
We got a guard rotor.
Did we didn't get any map of like where on the island anything might be? Okay.
It's more like I think it was like a navigational map more than a.
Yeah, it was a map of how to get to this island, like where this island was.
So should we have some kind of strategy as to like if we want to ask people for information? Should we have like what's our story? Why are we here?
Trading. Need to restock on a voyage. Standard.
Sounds good.
What are we trading?
I don't know, whatever junk we've got on board, I guess.
Okay.
We're on the import-export
Minerals.
Minerals.
Hey, do I see any like seagulls or anything?
Yeah, there are seagulls. There are seagulls flying around.
You guys want me to ask the locals some questions? I can talk to one of these seagulls.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Go for it, Boomer.
I'll talk to the deckhand over here.
Yeah, I was about to say, we only need to be here to resupply, guys. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. We're a ship at sea. We just want some food and water, and we'll be off again, and a little shore leave.
Hey, seagull might have knowledge we don't have.
Okay, you talk to the seagull, Boomer. We're going to go and talk to this guy.
All right. Squawk, squawk. Mike. I cast speak with animal.
All right.
What do you want me to ask this seagull?
You're on your own at this point.
Guys? Hello? All right. You got this, Boomer.
All right, so Felix and Nico are talking to the deckhand.
Yep. Dock worker, whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
What did you want to ask the chicken, Boomer? Sorry, the seagull, the sea chicken.
Hello, Mr. Seagull.
This dwarf standing on the pier squawks.
Everybody kind of stops, like all the deckheads kind of stop and they kind of look and they kind of shake their heads a little bit and
yeah, I'll just kind of look at them and just sort of like, like
right, yeah, they all kind of one guy leans over very, kind of very quietly and goes, "How long have you guys been out for?"
It's been a while. We need to resupply. And maybe
as Boomer's in the background, just
so I'm not sure.
Some of us
I'm not sure
lost
we'll
our
find.
cool.
Not sure we'll find everything we've lost on the way. Yeah.
Do you have a bag of marbles? Because I think he's
all right,
lost his.
All right, so yeah, you say hello. The seagull greets you back.
How does the seagull greet me back, Ed?
In his general squawking manner, seagull kind of ruffles his feathers a little bit. The wings kind of puff out. And
So,
This is going to be a fun recording.
see any fish people walking around?
The seagull now thinks you're mad as well.
The seagull looks at you like fucking fish people.
Yeah, fish people. People, walking around, jumping in the water, swimming around, being fishes.
The seagull. So the seagull replies to you that it has seen strange creatures, things that don't belong in the water recently.
Where at?
In the water. At this point. And it gives you a very it looks at you like you're fucking dumb. It looks at you and it gestures to the water and it goes water.
My hearing's not too good. Maybe you could say that a little closer, right into my ear.
The seagull. Hold on, the seagull's gonna make an insight check. The seagull kind of looks at you and it hops a little bit closer, kind of flutters, and it lands on your shoulder and it begins to say again, in the water, but go ahead and give me an attack roll to eat the seagull.
Did I do it?
What'd you roll?
14.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, so you managed to, before the seagull can fly away, you snatch it off of your shoulder and stuff as much of it into your mouth as you can. You can't get it all the way in there. So it's flapping and struggling. Do you bite its head off?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm shaking my head.
Go ahead and are you trying to bite through it?
I'm actually trying to swallow it whole if I can.
Yeah, you can't get a whole seagull into your mouth. You get its head shoved in there pretty good, but it's flapping and struggling. You can't quite get the thing into your mouth. Give me a strength check. Give me a strength athletics check to see how well you can constrain / cram this thing into your mouth.
Does a 23 do it?
Yep, that'll do. So yeah, you grab this seagull that is struggling mightily and squawking, and now the other seagulls around you, which you can understand, are going, "What the hell, man? What the hell?" And then you grab the wings, and you guys standing next to Boomer hear this brittle, it sounds like a bunch of twigs, like a handful of twigs just being broken in half, like this brittle kind of crunching wet sound as he smashes the wings and crams this thing into his mouth. And there's bird shit flying everywhere. Literally this bird is shitting itself. There's bird shit running down the front of Boomer's beard. As you see the last of the tail feathers and one webbed foot disappear into Boomer's mouth.
How's your breakfast cereal doing there for you, Dad?
So, and Boomer will say to the other birds,
Bit more crunchy.
anyone else got any smart ass remarks?
All of the all of the seagulls take off at once. Like it's this really weird sort of like they all just go whoop and take the fuck off.
I'll walk back to the group as if nothing. And be like,
I'll
yeah, I didn't get a lot of information.
I'll telepathically tell Boomer, first impressions, man. First impressions. Trying to keep a low profile.
And
Eating birds, ain't it?
Think that ship
Boomer
has
will say
sailed,
out loud, I don't know what you mean. I am keeping a low profile.
All of the deckhands on board the boat have stopped what they were doing and are now staring very wide-eyed at the dwarf that is covered in bird shit and feathers. It's like there's not a sound on the dock other than the sort of the lap of the waves, but no one is talking and no one is moving. People sort of that were up on, kind of up on the shore and whatnot are just, everything has just stopped. And then there's like a good 5 Mississippi. And then, Boomer, lets out, kind of this loud cough / belch and some feathers fly out. And then everybody just goes, and studiously gets, they're suddenly very interested in whatever it was they were fucking doing.
Tying again. Yeah. It's gonna retie this knot again. Just.
Who trained you to negotiate?
Fucking Kissinger over here.
Negotiate who?
Where's the tavern?
He's all. Who trained you to negotiate? No, I ate it. Yep, good. So you ask where the tavern is. The guy points you. Over it to the. So you let me see. Can you see it from here? Yeah, he points you. He points you to this. There's a very tall building. Hold on, actually, I can show you. Points you to this very tall building.
Oh, okay.
Over here.
Excellent.
Tavern's a good idea.
Yeah, I think.
I need something in my throat.
You got a weird ass taste in my mouth.
I got a tickle.
Felix,
Got a tickle in my throat.
Felix, if I take Boomer to maybe check out some lodgings for us, why don't you see if you can find out anything about resupplying while we're gone?
Sure. I'll ask this guy his name.
Why don't we go and check out the tavern, Boomer?
Yeah, I could drink, but I'm not really hungry.
I'll stick around with Felix and look into supplies.
That's great, Boomer.
We'll meet you at the tavern, Nico and Boomer.
Sure.
But we'll give you a link if something goes sideways.
Okay.
Where is Jippy? I don't know what to call the combination of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going for.
We'll stick with Felix and Gaston.
Okay. All right, so Boomer, you are heading off with Nico to the tavern. Yep.
Yep, the two negotiators.
Yes, that's right. Good cop and no. Bad cop and worse cop.
You're not that bad.
Felix, I assume you have your usual.
Yeah, I don't look like me.
Right. Okay, so yeah, so you're talking to this individual here.
Yeah, I'll try and ask him about what he saw with the bird. And is that a normal thing you see every day? Because I don't think it is.
Yeah. So you turn. You turn. It's a woman. She turns around. You're like, hey, excuse me, sir. And this rather stout woman turns around and goes, sir.
Oh,
Do I look
my
like
apologies,
a man
madam.
to you? And she like grabs your tits and she's like, do I look like a man to you? And you're like,
Hey, can I double check that?
Not
you're
from
like-
this side. I'm sorry. My apologies. I didn't mean to disrespect you.
This is
In my
Monty
country, we
Python.
call everyone sir.
I was about to say this is Crocodile
Oh.
Dundee 2.
Oh, old woman, man. Oh, sorry, from the back. I'm 37. Pardon? I'm 37. You said I was old.
As an aside, so when I was living in San Luis Obispo, my roommate Nate and I, there's a Best Buy we would go to, and there was this poor woman that worked there that every time my buddy went in, he would always go, hey, sir. She goes, hey, man, can you give me a hand over? Hey, buddy. And she would turn around. It was the same chick every time. And she would turn around and he'd just go, hey, damn it. And he did it. I'm not joking. He did it like, I don't know, probably happened like 6-7 times. To the point where, at first she thought he was like fucking with her. And then she thought that there was just something wrong with him. Like, she's like, oh, this has happened too many times. And he turns like way too red for him to be like, because every time he would just go, and he would like, his throat would just sort of lock up. And then I would have to ask for what we were looking for. Because he would just go,
I don't want to be here right now.
It was really funny because I would just go, dude, she works here. You know what she looks like. We come in here like every other weekend.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Good job, Nate.
Yeah. It was
Well, I'll try to brush off the whole bird experience.
Yeah. You ask her name and she's like, he ate a bird. Your friend ate that seagull.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. How did he catch the seagull? That's an impressive feat more than eating a bird. I mean, have you ever caught a bird just like that with your bare hands?
He ate.
Yeah, we're past.
He did a weird mating dance, called it onto his shoulder, and then ate it.
Yeah.
Live.
It must have been a suicidal bird.
That's weird.
We're past the bird. That was the
Bird.
Are you suggesting it dove into his mouth?
I'm not suggesting that didn't happen.
It asked. Relieve me of this burden of existence, kind barbarian.
Are you guys some sort of circus?
Oh, we're good at we can do that.
Oh no.
Decline to answer. No, we're not a circus. We are a traveling group of performers of certain things, but no, not a circus.
Oh, are you? So are you? Will you be performing here on the? Will you be performing for us?
We haven't officially said anything saying that we would, but we might later.
Like the Joker's magic tricks, maybe. I'm going to make this axe disappear.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to imply.
Make the seagull disappear.
Where'd it go?
Our performance is violence, and we may be performing, but we're not here. specifically to do it.
You won't see it again for 48 hours.
48 hours. You need to eat a
Yeah, you need
salad,
some
man.
fiber, yeah.
Jesus
Pass me,
Christ.
pass me that hat and I'll make it reappear.
It's a
Just
diet of
cheese.
seagulls. What do you expect?
Well,
Just
I would
cheese
think
and
the feathers
seagulls.
would move
The
things
thing, yeah,
along.
exactly. The feathers is a good roughage.
She's still kind of like staring open mouthed at the spot where there's like just a like bird shit and feathers just sort of like this little pile, and she goes, "What what do you?
Hand her some whiskey.
What's?"
We're here to
She takes
resupply.
it from you and takes like a generous slug of the whiskey and hands you back the flask, and she just goes, right. Oh, Palil. Okay. What can I?
Oh,
What do you want?
We're low on provisions and looking to restock our ship to continue our voyage.
Water, meal, dried pickled fish.
Seagulls.
Ah,
Seagulls.
I see. So you're just passing through then.
Shouldn't be here
Like
more
that
than the night.
seagull.
Yeah, what time of day is it?
Right.
Hopefully that
It's
seagull
like
passes
it's like late morning.
Okay. So
Probably
probably
spend a day here just to get a little shore leave and, let some crazy off, and then we'll go.
Yeah, I think Crazy already got off,
oh
heading towards the tavern. Oh. Okay.
yeah,
Right. So you'll be leaving tomorrow.
that's the plan.
Depending on the
You see-
provisioning.
Yes. I think we can if you go to see the right. Yes. We do have a provisioner that can help.
I'll just start waving
Right.
my hand like I'm right here. Feel like you're talking
She
past
goes,
me.
"Yeah." She goes, right. Sorry, I just ate a bird. Whole bird.
Guess no one will be looking at Jeff now, at least.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
That's what it was. It was a diversion. Good job, Boomer. We're setting the scale.
The occasional surprises. I don't think this job is correct for you. I mean, you've seen other sailors, right? This is pretty common. I mean, I see it almost every time I get off at port someplace.
It doesn't.
Happens all the
nobody-
time around me.
Oh, right.
You should have
Right.
seen him with the turtle. Oh,
He
and then
he
there's that
has a
one time
disease.
with the werewolf. That was crazy.
A
This
werewolf?
is now the third creature that Boomer's eaten alive. The werewolf, the seagull, and the ochre jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, werewolf?
What, you don't have those here?
Well, werewolves, that's a children's story. They don't exist.
Good. Good.
And people don't eat seagulls.
Yep. Werewolves don't exist.
Not anymore.
Are you trying to are you having a laugh at me? Is that what's happening here?
No.
No.
Get off the boat, eat a seagull, and then laugh at me.
No, that's
What-
pretty
what-
normal.
Madam, what is there?
Eating a seagull part.
What would we possibly get out of making a laugh out of you?
I don't know. He ate a bird.
Out of curiosity, are you married?
Yes.
Ship of freaks. Just
Excellent. You should go see your husband.
Not married to a man.
Excellent. You should go see your dog.
What did you call my wife?
Oh.
Wait, oh, you married another human?
Of course I married a human.
What's the adventure in that?
She's
Can I
looking
try
at you she's looking at you very strangely, like she's so you're just staying the one night, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Gaston will pull out one of the copies of his book for the ladies that was copied by the Church of Ogma. Here, this will spice things up for you. I wrote it myself.
She takes the book and she goes,
Wow.
It's illustrated.
So you, a half man,
Halfling, but yes.
halfling, wrote a book for pleasuring women.
I had years of study.
You'll forgive me if I don't know, maybe I skipped this one. She hands it back to you.
Your loss.
She goes, right. But for provisions, you'll want to see Mayhew. He's in the building over there. And she points to the building over here.
Got it.
Over where?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Oh, I
Next to
see
the
it.
tavern. Yeah.
Way over there. Okay.
237 feet away.
6
Cheers.
chains.
So how many chains?
Oh God.
Yeah,
Walk it, I can tell you.
She
you guys
says,
disguise the boat at all?
as what?
Like put the ball gown on it or what?
The ball gown on it.
I don't know, like if there's like any kind of like, distinguishing marks or things
Or
like
like
that.
you mean like charred corpses on the deck?
Yeah,
Wait, if the boat is alive, can
Like-
it be polymorphed by Felix?
like flying colors.
It's technically a construct.
It's not a creature.
I guess we should have like cleaned body parts off of the deck before leaving.
Yeah, I imagine we had time to do that.
Or
While
at least like swept them into the corner.
Swept them into a nice pile.
so then we can get their eyeballs later. I mean, I might
Or
need
just looked like it was Boomer's first breakfast.
I might need crafting materials later, so I imagine we put them
That's true.
below deck or something.
Uh-huh.
Put them in Gaston's room.
No, you don't put things like that in the captain's quarters.
Ew.
You put them by the barrel downstairs.
Captain's quarters are closest.
Yeah.
Captain's quarters, my room. By default.
Just whatever room you're in.
Exactly.
These are now the captain's court. Why?
You
'Cause
shit
I'm
in a
'em.
barrel.
I'm the captain.
You shit in the barrel. The barrel is captain quarters now.
Right.
Don't shit in my barrel.
So yes,
It was
madam,
only
we
your
will see
barrel until I got
Mayhew for provisions.
He was right. He'll handle the exchange of money. He'll let us know what gets loaded. You're not gonna order any bird. Right.
No, I don't think we'll be ordering any birds.
There's
Oh,
plenty
you
here
just
for
pulled
free.
them from the sky.
Possibly chickens, but in cages.
Just imagine Boomer like walking back onto the boat, clucking, chickens walking behind him.
He's just
going
carrying a
full
stack
pipe
of like 6
driver.
cages. Breakfast.
He's playing the chicken song on his bagpipes.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
All right, yeah. So she points you in the direction to go. She goes, I got to get back to to work here. And she turns around and she sees like all the deckhands are just sort of like they're still just sort of staring. And she goes, she's, what are you looking at? Get back to work. Hey, haven't you ever seen a man eat a seagull before? Nothing to see here.
Skippy's like through the telepathic link, like low profile, guys. Low profile. Like slow clap.
All right. I'll message Nico and Boomer, let them know.
Like an outbreak of leprosy.
Provisions will be at this building over here. And then I guess we'll say goodbye and start heading towards oh, does this go through here? It does. I thought I had to go all the way around.
Yeah. So as Nico is walking to the tavern, it'll just be kind of exchanging like good mornings, I guess, with people, just sort of a nod and take a note of what the sort of clothing styles are around here, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you see most of the people are actually wearing what looks like seal skins. For if like the sort of leathers, but it looks like they're wearing seal skins. It's probably like what is available.
Yeah.
Ooh, seals.
And
you speak
they, they slide right down. So Nico, as you're sort of talking to people, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Insight. Oh, 1.
Oh,
Well,
Nico.
It was so close to being a 19.
Everybody seems pretty friendly, pretty
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice town. Yep.
Nice town,
As I kind of peek through, I'll be sort of like, looking through the doors on the way past, looking for anything that stands out.
So I'm there too. Am I able to do an insight check, or am I too full of bird?
Yeah. You can give me an insight check. It's gonna be tough to tell if people are acting weird because things are weird, or they're acting weird because you're covered in bird shit and you just ate a bird.
I got a 14.
Yeah, so people are definitely so Boomer, you notice that people are looking at you guys a little what's the word? As you're walking up and Nico's like, oh, good morning, fine sir, kind of doing his Nico thing. You notice, after you guys pass, there's like sort of their eyes kind of linger on you a little longer than what would be normal. Like they're kind of watching you, kind of side-eye-y. And you're noticing that, the people in town as you pass by, people are kind of paying you attention, but not overtly.
In the side eye?
Yeah.
Do I see anything in there as I'm walking past?
What's up?
I'm just looking through the doors and windows and stuff as I walk past, seeing if there's anything standing out.
No, it looks like just supplies and things.
Yeah.
There's some supplies and things that are in there. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you're walking by there, Nico.
Perception. Oh, there we go. Now I roll well. 20 now.
There you go. You do notice, as you're walking by, for a fishing village that isn't really on the trade route. The supplies and stuff that they have, like the amount of stuff in there that isn't related to fishing, seems a little high. Like you're like, that's kind of weird,
almost fishy.
Hi-yo.
Very good. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Is does Skippy get any like more flashbacks from actually being here, or any like does anything seem familiar?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, Jeff is going to be kind of not really joining the like conversations, but kind of just like casually being a bit of a distance, like nearby, but not really engaging with anyone, but just keeping an eye out for anything that looks interesting.
Right. Okay.
I figure I shouldn't get too close to anyone.
It's the smell you see.
I hate this place.
We make it to the tavern.
Yeah. So you guys make your way over to the tavern.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's everybody there.
Nope,
There you go. There's Felix. Where are you at, Boomer?
I think I'm at the dock still. Probably.
Oh. What are you doing over there?
Oh.
Here, I got you.
Okay.
I don't believe
There you go.
I can open the door.
Huh? Oh,
I
Boomer.
can't.
Boomer, what'd I do with you?
I don't. I'm in the ocean.
That's right. I got you. Yep. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Excellent.
So yeah, you come in. You see there are a few patrons. There are a few patrons here.
Yeah, straight up to
and
the bar.
he says, "Oh, haven't seen you around here before. What can I do
No.
for you?"
Ship just got in. We're feeling a bit dry. Use some refreshment.
Bird.
Feathers come out. Yeah, he kind of stares. He stares at you. He stares at the feathers and he goes, "Well, that's a interesting trick." Certainly. Well, we have a dark ale and a light ale.
Dark like the sea.
So it's coming right up, and he sets two mugs down in front of you.
Yeah. Say,
I just grabbed them both.
it's a fair winds, eh, Boomer? Yep.
And then, yeah, and as you're drinking, one of the dock workers comes running in, and he goes, "You'll never guess what I just saw." And he sort of stops. He stares right at. He's sort of staring at the back of Boomer's head. And the barman looks over and he goes, "Ron, what are you coming in here all making a bunch of noise and disturbing the customers? What is it? Out with you. What's got you so bothered?" And Ron just go,
I'll sort of turn around to him and go, he must be talking about the amazing card trick I showed him as I got off the boat, eh? Eh, Rod?
And he kind of looks at you and he looks at Boomer. He looks at you and he goes,
Yeah.
And he kind of nods his head.
I knew you'd want to see it again. Why don't you come over to the bar here and we'll get another round and I'll show you how it's done.
And he's looking at you like he would rather go anywhere else than closer to Boomer.
Boomer will be like totally oblivious, I guess, like what's going on.
Right. You're like, I don't know, man. Weird guy coming in, not drinking. I don't know what his deal is. This guy is he just kind of goes.
Oh, too busy loading our provisions. I understand. Good lad. Good lad.
I really want to polymorph into someone into a seagull right now and just watch everyone else like, oh my God.
Not again. Not again.
Good. And so he's gonna kind of just back away, and he heads over to the table where there's a few of the locals over here. And you see him kind of put heads together over here, and there's some whispering and pointing, and there's some head shaking, and then Boomer gives another little cough of feathers, and then he like emphatically points, and they all kind of look, and then Rod is going to exit. He exits the tavern at speed.
Well, I'll start talking to Mayhew. Oh, I thought you guys were done.
No, sorry. It's nothing important. I was just gonna. And then,
you about to order another round, Boomer? That sounds important.
Yeah, I mean, another round is good too, Nico. You know anything good for indigestion?
Ale? Another 2 ales, barman. My friend here is...
Keep them coming until the bird inside me drowns.
And the barman is he just he looks over at where Rod was talking to the patrons, and he looks down at the feathers, and he goes, that's a odd euphemism. I assume you have a kind of a flighty feeling. Is that what that means?
What?
You have a flighty feeling, meaning you don't feel settled. Is that what the bird inside you means? You want to drink until the bird drowns, until you feel settled.
No, I think when I swallowed it, I don't think it's dead. So my stomach acids haven't gotten to it yet.
When you swallowed what, Master Dwarf?
The seabird.
And he looks over at you, Nico, and he says, I don't understand the euphemisms. We don't get many foreigners here.
Comprehend languages would solve a lot of problems.
Is this a local saying where you're from?
No, it's we've been a bit low on provisions for a while, so sometimes I guess maybe he just his hunger got the better of him. I guess we got off the boat and
I wasn't even that hungry.
I see. Well, would you gentlemen like something to eat? We don't have anything fancy. The fare is simple but good and well cooked.
No, thank you.
What have you done with the real Boomer? Well,
are you sure it's a fish? It's a fish dish caught local here. It's quite good.
Yeah. I'll take one and another ale.
Of course. He sets a couple of mugs down in front of you. He says, "I'll be right back. The stew is over the kettle now. It's quite good. My own recipe."
Mm.
And he just he disappears into the back. you hear some some things
Boomer.
going on, and then he comes back with a dish of stew that he puts down in front of you.
Oh, I got indigestion. Not all right.
Well, just maybe try and drown that fire, eh? And
It is more uncomfortable than the time I ate the werewolf.
Nico's like, okay.
Low profile.
I am a low profile. You're higher than me.
I'll just and start eating the stew.
Shoveling it into your face.
Oh, let's. I assume it is it good?
Yeah, it's actually pretty tasty. Like it's real kind of thick and hearty.
I mean, I'll take a taste of yours.
It has like several large chunks of like a white fish in it, and it's really well seasoned. It's a little bit spicy, but not like overpoweringly so.
What do you think?
I think this is mine now.
I'll have another stew. Thanks, barman.
He laughs and he says, "I knew you wouldn't be able to resist. Drown the bird, indeed. Drown the bird. That's a new one for me." And he walks back, and he comes back with another bowl for you. He says, "There you are. Eat up."
Excellent. Tell me, barman. Tell me a bit about this place. It's my first time here. Is there anything remarkable about this place? Anything I should see while I'm here?
And he goes, "In Saltstone? Well, we're really just sort of a fishing village. There's nothing uncommon to see here."
Insight check.
Go and give me an insight check.
16.
So when you ask about looking around, there's definitely some nerves behind what he's saying now. Like he's trying really hard not to let on, but you're definitely picking up.
So I'm gonna start subtly asking about like the rough area on the island and watch for like any twitches to see when I think he's like when I'm talking about the area he wants us to be away from the most. Just like, when we were sailing in around, we sailed in from the north, around the island. I saw some lovely little inlets around there. Thought could make good fishing spots, or maybe you think, the east of the island would be better, or maybe right here in the village, or around the west side of the island, or.
And so when you're saying, like, when you're talking about the inlets on the east side, and everything, when you were sailing in, there's a small island. There's like a small little island off the west, and there's like some ruins on it. So when you're talking about the east side and like the inlets and all that stuff, and like the stone arch to the stone arch on the north side and everything, and he's like, "Oh yes, of course, like that's I guess we take that for common, we take that for granted around here. It's we see it every day. Yes, you should definitely look at those things." But then when you mentioned the west side, the ruins on the little point, it looks like some old fort or something. He says, "Oh well, those aren't anything to look. Those they're really dangerous, practically crumbling into the sea. We tell all the locals know not to stay. They're haunted. Haunted is what they are. You should. I could, in good conscience, I couldn't recommend you to go out there.
Bad fishing around there, eh? Well,
right.
Thanks for the tip. Yeah, thanks for the tip. Yeah, I try and After all, I want to try and crack your secret recipe here. You know,
Good luck with that. Many have tried and failed. It's quite an old family recipe, really. And so while you see him talking, you see one of the patrons in the bar look over at him like as he's talking, and you can see as he's talking about the small island is he's some nervous. He's kind of looking. You see his eyes darting over towards that side of the room. And you see that the patron there kind of take a slow drink and give him a very slight nod. But then you see them looking at you a little bit closer now. But other than that, there's nothing like other. He hasn't made a move or anything like that. He's just you're not because you're paying attention to what's kind of happening, and you're like he's kind of conversation over there is kind of hit a lull.
Okay, yeah, I guess we'll keep with the idle chatter and see if we can pick up anything else while Felix is doing his shopping. Although Felix is looks like Felix is
doing his shopping.
He's doing his shopping, yeah.
So Felix, not that guy. This building over here.
Oh, that one. Which one?
Oh, Felix is gone.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for.
He got stuck in that building somewhere.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like on the way over there.
Yeah.
But I will not engage. I'll stand in the shadow of this building.
So there's this guy. I'll start chatting to this guy next to me as well. Just say, so what's your story, friend? You were born and raised on this island?
Yeah, he looks over to you and he says, yep. Born right here in Saltstone. Salt is in my veins. 5th generation fisher. I know every shoal around this island like the back of my hand.
What the hell is that?
Oh, I keep forgetting I've got 2 of these things.
You boys fishers, what are you doing? What are you doing out here in Saltstone? We don't get many visitors.
You know how it is, long voyage and just needing to stock up on provisions. Seems like you guys have got a great selection for us to choose from here. We count ourselves lucky. I thought we'd be lucky to get some salted fish out this far, but not this gourmet dish being served up here for us.
Well, that's mighty kind of you to say. Of course, we're rather proud here of the line and sinker, and he gestures to the tavern that you're in.
A fine tavern it is. I've seen many, and have to say this is a mighty fine establishment you've created for yourselves here.
Thank you. Not many people here, but not many people here now. But if you stick around this evening, there should be quite a few patrons in here.
Get the whole town in here, do you? I imagine, but the life of the.
Oh, just about. Just about everybody comes in here on an evening to catch up on the news, talk about where the fishing's good.
And you have places to stay, room and board.
Of course, as I said, we don't get many travelers here, but there are rooms here at the Hook, Line, and Sinker. And the barman is gonna. He looks over. He says, "Randall, you don't work here. You don't own this establishment."
Just selling the rooms.
If you don't mind, I will conduct business with the patrons. Randall looks over. He says, "Oh, Rick, come on now." He says, "I'm here. I'm probably in here more than you." He says, "Well, you drink more than anybody else."
Ah, man after my own heart. And I'll sort of raise a glass and toast him.
Yeah, he will definitely clink glasses with you and take a deep pull on his ale.
Mm-hmm. Well, certainly, you'd be after some. How many rooms do you have here, my good man?
He says, "Well, we." He says, "Well, we have 6 good rooms here."
6 good rooms. Perfect.
Pretty bad rooms.
Let's see. So Jeff and Skippy count as 1.
You're all, hold on. I gotta do the cloak and dagger match.
There's 5 of us, right?
That's okay. Someone could be my big spoon.
No need for that, Boomer. We're not at sea anymore.
Any port in a storm?
Not at sea anymore. The long nights are over.
It's warm enough without the extra blanket.
There she blows.
Yes, we'll take 5 of your rooms if that's okay with you.
Of course. Yeah. You can just give me a minute to head up and straighten them up. If you understand, we don't get many visitors. I wouldn't want anyone to have a bad experience here. Just give me a minute. I'll be back in a second.
Sure. Leave another ale while you're gone.
More soup.
Oh, well, of course. Hold on, and he comes back, pulls another couple of mugs. He says, "More stew for you, sir."
And ale.
Just ale for me now, thank you.
Yeah. He brings back a rather large bowl for you, Boomer, like a good like punch bowl type size. Sets it down in front of you, and another couple of mugs, and then Randy, the guy, Randy next to you, he's like, he's like, "All right, if I could get it," and the barman kind of gives him a look. He looks down at the ledger behind the bar, a pointed look at the ledger behind the bar, and Randy, kind of sighs and goes, "Well, I guess I'm okay with what I have here."
Nonsense, Randy, nonsense. We're just getting started here. Put it on my tab. We'll get him another ale.
And Randy, gives you a hearty slap on the back. He says, "Wow, you're all right, Mr.
Nico."
Nico.
Real name.
Huh. All right, Mr. Nico, you are all right. And the barman, he looks at you and he says, "You be careful with this one. He'll drink every coin in your pocket if you're not careful."
Well, we've had a good run so far, and it's been a long time since we've had some good companionship, So here's the companionship.
And he sets another mug down. Randy will toast you, and continue drinking. And then the barman is going to head. He'll head upstairs to get the room situated.
Excellent.
All right, so Felix, you want the next building over, this building over here.
Ah. Come on, move. Whoop.
So yeah, head around this side over here.
Yeah, be careful. I managed to sneak through the roof when I dragged myself over here, so I'm stuck somewhere on the second floor, I think.
Oh, all right, hold on, I can get you out.
Yeah, it was really weird. I just went right through the roof. Can't get out.
There you go. Yeah, so you walk up here, Felix, and you see there's a guy behind the kind of behind this counter. There's there's stuff out in front, obviously for sale. He's got a ledger open, and he's working on he's taking notes and doesn't immediately notice as you approach.
All right. Excuse me, sir. Are you Mr. Mayhew?
I am Mr. Mayhew. Who? And he squints at you. He just adjusts his glasses a little bit. He says, "I've never seen you before. Who are you?"
Yes, I'm new. We just made port. We're looking to resupply, hoping we could conduct some business here. Trade some coin for provisions.
Oh, well, of course, you just happened by Saltstone.
We saw it on our
We
way
don't-
and decided we could make a stop.
Oh, of course, yes. What will you be needing?
Enough food for 12 people. I'm assuming Tanith looks like it should house more than just the 7 of us on board. 8.
Yeah.
Crew.
So whatever an appropriate number would be, I guess, for 2
12
weeks.
barrels of water. 20 barrels of wine.
Yeah, he says, of course, we have a few things, and he opens up a small book, and he has a few items listed. There's like flour and salted fish. There's a few, a few different things that you could that are available to purchase. Supplies that you would need.
You don't appear to have an overabundance of supply.
He says, "Oh well, of course I don't keep everything here. Some of the warehouses that you passed on the way here have many of the goods in stock."
Oh, can I go take a look at your goods? I'm looking to always expand our stock.
We would prefer you not to venture around the warehouses. I of course keep a detailed list of everything we have. What is it you're looking for?
What do you got?
Can we insight
He
as
opens
to
up
why he wants
the
to?
book.
Not letting somebody in your warehouse of goods is probably not the stupidest thing someone's ever done. Particularly keeping us out is probably a very wise decision.
I know,
Buyer
but just
follows
if he's nervous about it or something, like he's trying to hide something, or if he's
You can give me an insight check.
trying to be sincere. Ooh, that's like my highest roll ever in Hell's Fire.
Ooh. Skippy, you're not getting as good of a read inside the cloak there. A little bit difficult. But Gaston and Felix were kind of right up close to him. You notice that he, you get the feeling that he's not he's not necessarily upset that you're there, but doesn't seem, especially for, kind of an out of the way fishing village, you would think that this guy would be over the fucking moon excited about you guys pulling up and wanting to buy a bunch of stuff, but he doesn't seem like, like you're like, it's odd that, this guy, a ship, presumably the size of Tanith coming in, would normally be this guy's, this guy's birthday. Yeah, this guy's Christmas, birthday, and anniversary all rolled into one. And yet it's, he's doesn't, like I said, he's not, not necessarily upset, but like you could tell he's a little put off almost.
Glancing over his shoulder at the stock and stuff around him and behind him, is there anything that would be recognized from Ravnica or Ravnican writing?
No, you don't see anything here with Ravnican writing on it. Go ahead and give me a perception check. While you're, as you're just sort of sitting there, kind of checking out what's kind of back in the cage there, and kind of back behind him.
That's a fair one.
Yeah. So you you're kind of looking back there, and you notice that there are there are some weapons and things back there, and not like casual weapons. Felix, you're kind of looking back there and you're like, well, that's weird for a fishing village to have
like heavy crossbows and
armor and heavy crossbows and things like, and you're like, huh. And they're not, and they're not like right up front or anything, but you're looking back there and you're all, huh. Seems a little.
Do the fish fight back, Gaston? I'll talk to him telepathically. Like, what do they need this much armament in a fishing village?
Well, I really don't know the flora and fauna of this plane very well. Maybe they have some particularly nasty snapping turtles. Really aggressive lungfish.
Turtles with less than what they got back there.
Big turtles?
big turtles?
Oh, that must be it.
So would I be out of place asking about the arms and
There's
armor?
A spider on my monitor, and I thought it was like, I was all, how the hell did I add that? Like, I thought it was in the game. I was like, oh, that looks really good. I was like, I don't remember adding that. Like an actual spider on my monitor.
Nice.
So I guess I'd like to ask about the arms and armor, and kind of jokingly like, oh, looks like your fishermen are of the ninny persuasion, need an armor to go fishing, huh?
He looks back kind of at what you're looking at, and he sees, and he goes, oh, ha ha ha, oh, the fish are, yeah, and he kind of pulls the tarp over the, over the crates and stuff that are there, kind of pulls, and he says, no, there was another ship that came by that traded some of this stuff for food and supplies, much like yourselves. And this is what they had.
You just ask.
Huh?
If you need sanctuary, you could just ask.
Sanctuary?
Yeah, but you gotta say it slightly more emphatic. Sanctuary,
He says, no, I don't need sanctuary. I'm fine. Look, do you want to buy goods or not?
I do, but you seem upset.
I'll drop one of my
Upset?
staffs
No.
to like pick it up right here behind the wall, and then have my familiar appear behind the tarp, like as I'm bending over to pick it up.
Oh, so you're gonna drop it on your side of the wall.
Yeah, just like I'm holding on to it and I'm doing something and it just falls to the side, so I have to bend over to pick it up. And then I'll have my familiar appear
Yeah.
under the tarp or behind, which is an octopus right now and not very great, but
Yeah. So this octopus appears.
they can hold their breath.
Low
Seen them run across-
profile.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how did that octopus get in here?
So you have your octopus familiar appear just on the ground here next to you.
No, like in the where the cloak was, where they pulled over the arms and stuff, like behind.
Oh.
So I was trying to sneak him as the guy is like.
You're
Making a diversion
right.
and
Yeah.
making a familiar appear.
Yeah. Okay. So sort of this like wet slap sound. This octopus just drops out of the fucking sky.
What was that? What are you keeping back there?
He says, look, it's none of your business. Look, would you like to buy provisions or not?
Yes, I would, but I'd also like to know what's making that noise. It's just like
I don't want
it's
to eat
walking.
it, maybe I should.
Yeah. So yeah, he turns around and he goes, "What? How did? Excuse me." And he goes and he picks up like sort of a truncheon, just kind of this club thing that you can see has what looks like bits of like rat hair on it, and he moves over towards your familiar and begins to just pummel your octopus familiar.
Poof.
Which then just goes, and he goes, huh. And he
What
looks at you and he
sorcery
goes,
are you dealing with?
Who are you?
Who am I?
No, you, you didn't.
How many barrels
You
of
must
rum do you
have-
have?
What did I do?
What'd you say?
So how many barrels of rum do you have?
And he goes, wait, we have, hold on. Did you bring this? What's going on here? Who are you?
We want rum.
I'm Felix from the boat Tanith that just arrived.
Uh-huh.
Gaston, temporary captain.
Huh. Uh-huh. Why did that? What?
You tell me. It was behind
that-
your wall.
But I don't.
Can we expect to find more of those in our food if we order from you?
No. It must. I did. It must.
And a vial of whiskey.
He takes it and kind of like without even like really knowing, like we're paying attention to what he's doing. He like takes a swig and he hands it back to you and and he
sorry,
goes.
that was the aphrodisiac. Here, use this one.
He kind of nods and he goes, "Well, they said it wouldn't get, nothing would get loose."
Ooh.
Well, obviously something got loose. From
No.
where?
Are
No.
we here? Should we leave? We rented rooms for the night.
No, what? No, not no. I mean from the fishermen, the docks.
You're a really bad liar.
I thought you kept all your goods in the warehouses, you said. Why,
No,
why
I do, but sometimes from the sea,
insight?
you see. Yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say, he's doing a really crappy job.
Not great.
He's up against Nico. This is not Nico level.
But that's an average
Felix,
roll for me.
Yeah, Felix, you're having a hard time. Like he's blustering a lot, and you're kind of having a hard time. Like, I mean, obviously you know where the octopus came from. Having a hard time getting a read on him. Gaston, you look at him. Obviously the guy. There's something going on that's stressing this guy out beyond just a magical octopus disappearing when he hit it with a stick. And you can see him like kind of looking around, like he continues to sort of look, he's looking around like kind of like, okay, I'm not, everything's fine.
It looked like you just smashed an octopus and it disappeared. That doesn't seem fine to me.
Well, it's gone. What more do you want?
I'd like to know where it went.
Gone. And that's the important part. Look, I'll have your goods loaded onto your ship. I have to close up for the lunch.
So before you go, what's actually happening around here? You people are really freaked out, and that's not healthy for you. It's bad for your heart.
No one's freaked out here.
You sound like a well, okay, human, but your voice is cracking.
Your voice is cracking. It's just you're not used to our ways. It's lunch. Good day. And he closes the little shutter thing in front of the window.
Well, that was odd.
Yeah, that's not 10 gold I'm getting back.
You're all fuck.
That octopus is getting old. Time for something new.
During this,
I'm not saying this.
The thing that Jeff is like standing in front of, this like green pit.
Yeah. So this is sort of it's like a
compost heap or something.
Yeah.
Is there anything like interesting looking in there that I might be able to like pick up to make interesting spells or potions or something later?
I mean, there might be. Most of it's sort of what you expect on a midden heap, right? Like there's kind of.
So there's nothing like particularly interesting looking there.
Not particularly. Obviously you could hop down off of Jeff and root around in there if you wanted to.
Nah, I think if I'm like not getting anything particularly interesting looking on the surface, I won't risk making any more of a scene.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got a pretty good low profile happening here. You don't want to muck that up.
The diversion away from Jeff has been quite remarkable. I think good work,
right?
Team.
Yeah. I mean, nobody has noticed. Nobody has noticed the tall lumpy stranger in the cloak. Like nobody.
Why would they look at that when they've got this magnificence to stare at?
Yep. Nobody has noticed. Turns out that is the least noticeable thing about this whole situation.
Because Skippy has basically just been trying to keep a lookout the whole time. Have I noticed anything else, like any people being, other than the people we're freaking out? Anyone who is like keeping an eye on us, or?
Give me a perception check.
No. 8.
Yeah, you haven't really noticed. You haven't really noticed much going on. From your vantage point inside Jeff.
Inside Jeff. Guys, it makes sense. My inch of vision.
You got like a little peephole there that you're kind of looking out.
What is the range on this mental telepathy thing?
Anywhere on the plane or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that.
Oh, excellent. Explain what we just went through to Boomer or Nico, and suggest they keep an eye out for the weird people behaving weirder. I mean, I know they're small town and small plain folk and all, but they're weird.
Yeah, I'll relay the table full of people keeping an eye on us as we were talking about the island to the west.
Yes. Oh, and make sure to bring up the comment that they promised nothing would get loose. That slipped out of the guy's mouth. So whatever it is that's happening there, the Simic are probably slapping various combinations of critters onto people and other critters. So when we get there, anticipate the unusual.
And then what are we thinking? They're compensating the town for
or holding them
being...
hostage. Maybe they've got bugs in their brain. They're forcing them to behave. Maybe they got their family members kidnapped.
To be determined.
I mean, this is the thing. They're messed up people.
Well, I got us all rooms for the night anyway, if anyone wants one.
How about
Is there a
lunch?
barrel?
Yeah, you should definitely come and try the stew. The fish stew is fantastic, and the ale's not bad either.
Can someone like sneak me a bowl of fish stew, like into Jeff's ribcage?
Well, you could have Jeff eat it, and it'll just
Oh,
like
yeah!
go straight down, and you just got so.
You just pull in the upside down skull in his ribcage, and you can just scoop it out.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, so you can just have Jeff, head inside there, come up to the bar. Yeah, so the barman, by the time you are you guys all heading into the tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah, where is the tavern? It's
it is this building here.
oh yeah, the one right next to us. Okay.
So yeah, I think we'll take a table. I think we'll take a table just to keep Jeff / Skippy out of immediate prying eyes of the barman and anyone else.
So
how about this table over here?
Skippy against the wall or facing the wall, so the back?
Excuse me.
Stand in the corner.
At
No,
the
put Skippy in
table,
the corner.
sitting facing the wall or away from the wall? Because if she's facing towards the wall, she can eat without a bunch of people like, oh, it just looks like someone eating.
Yeah, I guess I should face the wall.
Yeah,
Probably.
let's get you facing the wall.
Like somewhere over here.
Yeah, I'm going to take my time and ritual cast detect poison and disease before I go in there and eat food.
Okay.
And then go in and make sure that none of our people are poisoned or diseased. I mean, more than usual.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you're getting like some pretty heavy cirrhosis vibes off of Nico. But yeah, no, the food is clean. You're not getting any poisons. No, yeah, you kind of give everybody the once over, kind of check the food out. The food is clean.
Yeah. While you guys are eating, I'm going to stay at the bar and drink with my my new buddy. What was his name? Randy.
Oh, see what you can pry out of Randy there, Nico. Or out of your
Yep,
friend.
that's the plan. Yep. So I'm just going to be. I'm going to sort of try and steer the conversation towards like a more sort of conspiratorial huddle, sort of over the bar, sort of talking about old times and old memories and maybe things we wish had gone differently in our lives and,
right,
and all
sure.
this sort of stuff. See if I can get him to spill something subtly.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm guessing you're plying him with drinks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
As we're going. Yeah. So the barman, the barman will tell you that your rooms. He says, your rooms are ready. Everything is absolutely sparkling clean. You'll have the best night's sleep.
Was it Ray? Was that his name, or Roy?
Rick.
Rick, yeah.
Rick,
Insight the Rick.
You're a true gentleman. Could you please show my shipmates the same hospitality you've shown Boomer and I here? They're just setting up at the table over in the corner there.
Of course. Would they also like some of the stew?
Oh, I think that would be fantastic. Yes, please.
Yeah. So he'll bring over. He'll put out some of the stew for everyone.
You everywhere. Ooh.
There we go. There we go.
So yeah, whenever Rick sort of heads over to to attend someone else, that's when I'll be sort of asking the more potentially risky questions of Randy.
Right. Yeah. So you're So you're kind of plying them with booze. And talking about love's lost and chances taken, the arrow to the knee you took, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And after you're probably your third or fourth round in, and Randy's looking a little unsteady. You on the other hand are just now, the headache is just now starting to wear off.
Yeah. So I feel so much better after this 7th ale.
So what question are you going to ask him?
I'll be asking him things like, I bet you say you've seen every corner of this island. I bet you've got some real horror stories to tell from from storms or all sort of strange things happen out here in the dark, don't they? All sorts of monsters.
And he looks around and you see him kind of glance over at the table that was watching you, and he goes,
mm-hmm.
I'm not. We don't say anything about the monsters. And he says, but I could tell you that there's sometimes at night in the water. Nico was your name?
That's right. That's right.
Now, look, you see a lot of things in the sea, Nico. I could tell you that there's, but lately, you notice that some of the people are gone, and there's a few. You hear the noises at night. You know what I'm talking about. The noises.
Yeah. The noises. Yeah.
He said, he goes, come here. Even though you're already like this, come here.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Close talking.
He goes, the ruins. You you can see that it's not right. What they became, Nico. It's not. You know what I'm saying. And then at this point, the barman comes over.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, you wouldn't be giving away airing our dirty laundry here, would you, Rick?
Just trying to see if he knows your stew recipe. You know how it is. Just try. He's seen you put it together 100 times, I'm sure.
And Randy will look over at you and he goes, were we talking about stew?
You know the stew. How many have you had, Randy?
I think I just had the one bowl earlier. It was pretty good, though.
It is good. It is good. Rick, you're a genius. You deserve a drink. A drink for Rick.
And Rick he just sort of nods and says, wow, that's mighty kind of you. And he pulls himself a mug, but he kind of takes a drink, but it just sort of sits it on the bar. And Randy will go, well, I like to toast to Rick, but you can see that I'm a little empty here. I was running a little.
You're right. You're right, of course, Rick. Another for my friend, my good drinking buddy, Randy here.
Randy goes, too kind. It's the kindness of strangers that you don't expect.
That's right. We all gotta pull together when we're out. When you're out at sea in the dark. You know how it is. Everyone's got to be.
Of course. We go when we're fishing. It's for the stew. And he says, he looks over at kind of at the table and he goes, Nico, I like you, and I don't want to see you get hurt. So you watch out. Not everyone in town, not everyone is from here. You're not from here, but you're all right. But there's some other ones that aren't from here. They're not okay.
Who should I be? Who should I have my eye out for, Randy?
And Randy goes. He points over at the other table, like right at the guy. He points and he goes, "Don't look. He says, but him. He says, no, Nico, this is dangerous. That's why I'm trying to do this circuit slyly. I don't think, and you see him like he leans like way out around you. He goes, and he he puts his hand like he's trying to like kind of lean on his hand, and his hand slips. And he hits the bar a little bit. He looks back. He goes, "You see what can happen? You see what happened? You gotta be careful, Nico. You gotta be. It's the ones. They're not from here. You see."
I see.
Wow.
I see, Randy.
Hashtag go back to where you came from.
Suddenly, he busts out a copy of the Daily Mail, and he's like, "Look."
That's right. Yeah. Ooh. Arrived on a boat, you say? Oh, interesting.
They took our jobs.
Gonna build a wall around the island.
Salt fishing goes great again.
We'll get the islands to pay for it.
You get the ruined island to pay for it. We'll say, "Oh, Randy, it's been good. It's been good talking to you. You have a good night, and I'll give him a good slap on the back, and then head over to the others.
Yeah, you give him a slap on the back, and it almost knocks him off his stool. And he recovers, and he goes to Nico, and he points over at you.
Yep.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy, and he looks over at the table at the other guy where the other ones are, and he goes, "You guys better watch out, Nico here. He's a good one. He's you're both not from around here, but he's the one that we like him around here." And you see the barman is like coming over, he's going, "Randy, what is wrong?" He says, "Don't shit me. It's quiet for too long. Quiet for too long. They're taking people." And you see the guy, one of the guys at the table, stands up, and he looks at the barman, and he looks over at Randy, and he goes, "Oh, it seems Randy's maybe had a little more than he could stand tonight." And he stops over by the table. He looks over at the rest of you, and he says, "Nico, is it? Wow.
That's right. Yeah. And what's your name, sir?"
My name is Leon."
The paper
But,
didn't have any names on it
you
from the
should
other
really
ship,
work-
right? Like the
What's
guard
that?
names or any, there were no names to compare to anyone here on the notes and stuff we got from the shipwreck, from the wrecked ship.
No,
Okay.
nobody had a. Yeah, there was nothing.
Leon, eh? And I'll just sort of walk over, and I'll sort of slap this guy on the back and say, and you friend, what's your name?"
He turns to you and he says, "Not your friend. And you need to step back away from me and don't touch me."
I understand. The quiet, strong, silent type. Yeah.
Touch him again, Nico.
I understand. Not your friend yet, maybe, but I'm sure by the end of the night, we'll all be singing songs together.
Touch him in the face with it. Boot worked for Boomer.
I'll show you my respect his strength.
I need
and so-
him.
Leon he heads towards the door, and he gives one last really hard look over at Randy, who is oblivious to it.
Yeah.
Who is still sort of fighting with the barman and going, "No, I won't be. People are disappearing. You know it's true." And Leon will exit the bar after giving one last look over at the table where all of you are sitting.
Anyone else get the vibe we should follow Leon?
Can you use your familiar in a less aquatic form yet?
No, I need to spend an hour and 10 minutes summoning a new one.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I
smushed
So I'm
real
going to
good.
use.
imagine
Let's see.
this whole time that everything's been going on, Boomer's just been consistently eating the soup and drinking.
Just pounding stew. After Boomer said he wasn't hungry, he's on his
Yeah.
fourth or fifth bowl of stew.
Yeah.
Just his only wafer thins.
Yeah. Gaston's going to do a medicine check on Boomer just to, make sure he's all right.
Motherfucker ate a bird.
And now he's drowning the bird.
I'll use minor illusion to make like a coin purse just sort of stick out from under their tape, like under the chair from where Leon was sitting.
Yeah.
I would say, oh no, Leon, wait, you left something.
Oh.
And I would just grab it and then chase him out of the bar.
Yeah. So you see, but when you get out of the bar, he's like probably like here, like you see him, like he's a few steps and moving pretty quickly away from the bar.
Is it? It's like the middle of the day now, is it?
Yeah. It's past midday. You're probably in like early afternoonish.
Take a quick look around. Can anyone see me from here? Just like round the corner of the door.
Give me a perception check.
Looks good. 7.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
No one sees you.
I
All
guess
good.
I'll like just duck under the stairs and disguise self to look like one of the locals,
Okay.
and then I will stealthily follow him.
Nice.
Yeah. So you kind of follow after him, and you see him climb. You see him kind of climb up on the wall here.
Yeah.
He kind of gives a look around.
Oh,
He
hang on.
looks
Sorry.
looks back at you, and you're kind of like you turn around, kind of.
Gone.
Oh.
Just like that. He's just reenacting it.
Yeah, I bet he's about to shit himself.
He ate some gluten.
Or a child has done something and it's howling in the background.
Oh, that spider came back.
Or the wife.
Oof.
Oh, honey, my feet need rubbing. Oh, just here.
My feet.
Well,
Because that totally doesn't happen in my household. I wear the shorts in this house.
Felix is pretty concerned about what was going on with
believe you,
Mayhew.
Rob.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to see if I can poke a look around the storefront there.
In the middle of the day?
Oh,
Like
I was
now?
going to disguise myself as him.
Oh, okay.
I imagine talking with
Oh,
him, I spent enough time to copy him, right? With the disguise self spell?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can definitely like copy his look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I imagine it's been a while that the telepath bond is gone. So I'll just tell the guys, the group, like at the table, I'm gonna go check out the storefront from earlier. There was something about that guy I don't trust.
Okay, and then so Nico, you saw the guy as you followed him out. You see him climb up onto this wall.
Yeah.
He takes a leap down, and then you hear a splash.
So yeah, I'll take a. Let's see. Is there anywhere I can see? I guess I'll just take a leisurely, nonchalant stroll.
Yep.
Just up to like the wall over here, and just sort of look out to see if I can see anything.
I'll take the
Yeah.
fuck with for
So
500, Alex.
So just as you get there, you see something probably like about here-ish.
Yeah.
And you see someone about there. So like kind of like this ripple in the water, and you see what you think is like a foot. And then the foot disappears below the surface, and the ripple is heading out towards that island. To the west.
Okay. So I'll just stroll back towards the tavern. Actually, no, not towards the tavern. That would be too obvious. Let's go. Let's go. There's still someone there. I will go. What's up here? I'll go up the steps.
Okay.
It doesn't look like there's anyone up here.
Nope.
Up the steps and into the shadow over here.
Okay.
Where I shall. Let's see. yeah, I'll change back into my my ship hand Nico form, which I was in before. And then I'm going to try and stealth my way. Let's see, can anyone... So from up here, can I see if anyone's watching? If anyone's got eyes on me?
Give me a perception check.
I'm good at those today.
This is the one.
13.
Yeah, you actually do notice. There in one of the in a window in the building right across from you over here. You see what looks like a head kind of looking and then disappear.
Mm. What have we got here? Is this a window in this building here?
Which building?
Sorry, hang on. Let me just see if I can point it out. Here.
Well, man, move your bullshit.
Hang on. Okay. Whoop. Oh no.
That is not a window.
Okay. It's just a random bit of brick.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any windows on this side? Actually,
There are no windows on this side.
Okay. It's kind of the middle of the day, so I'm...
There's a chimney.
Come on, Saint Nico.
Seti
Oh, no.
steals from the children.
Instead of coal, he just shits down the chimney.
Yeah, okay. In that case, I'll rather than attempting to stealth my way down, I will just start singing songs to myself and urinate, obviously, against the side of the steps here.
All right.
And then start wandering my way back towards the tavern.
Okay.
Just sort of singing and tripping over rocks and sort of staggering down the steps, waving a bottle around.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a performance check.
Being as I'm pretending to be drunk, do I get advantage?
Oh yeah, I will give you advantage for sure.
27.
Yes, like it.
Not the. Is it a performance?
Who can say?
Who can say? When does art imitate life? Life imitate art. Oh, the line is blurry. Either way, you're not getting paid for it. So
when it's free.
Off you go. But think of the exposure.
Yeah, that's right. Matt's looking happy with that. Yeah, I'll just sort of stagger around in the square, sort of singing to myself. Do I see anyone? Is anyone here? Or is it just me?
Yeah, so you're starting to see that you're seeing some people sort of walk by, kind of going through the square. It's not super busy, but you are seeing a few people sort of walk by. Most people are kind of have their heads down and kind of keeping to themselves.
I'll just sort of stop the first person that walks past me and go, excuse me, I'm got a bit turned around looking for the tavern. Do you know where it is?
They give you kind of like an incredulous look, and they kind of get a kind of a smell coming off you. Kind of get a waft of high octane coming off you, and they're all, oh, sure, and they kind of point to the building right behind you, and they're like, It's just through there, friend.
Ah,
be-
of course.
Gonna want to be careful.
You want to join me for a drink?
And they're like, "Oh, that's all right. Maybe tonight. I'll see you in there tonight if you're still awake."
I'll be here. Thanks so much.
And they'll kind of
Yeah, I'll
watch
sort of,
you. They'll kind of watch you stagger in through the door.
Yeah.
And they kind of shake their head, and then go about their business.
Yeah, I'll sort of come over to this guy. I'll say, "Oh, your friend. God, he must be a magician. It's like he disappeared. But are you gonna see him? Are you gonna see him again later? You give him his money back."
Sure, I'll give it to him. Just hand it over here.
I'll hand him just like a couple of copper coins in a coin purse.
Yeah, a little coin purse, and he takes it and he gives you a pretty hard look. Give me a deception check.
Don't
See.
fail now.
19.
He gives you a pretty hard look, but then he just nods, and he nods and says, "Yeah, I'll see that Leon gets it. You take care, all right?"
Ah, of course. Well, back where I need to be now. Eh? Say, wouldn't fancy a drinking partner, would you?
He says, I could have one more drink, sure.
Ah, of course.
Sure.
Rick, another drink for me and my new friend here. What did you say your name was?
He says, I didn't.
Ah,
But you can call me Smiles.
Smiles. A perfect name. Perfect fit, eh? Another drink for me and Smiles here.
Rick will pops around the bar. He says, sure. And he sets down a couple of mugs and goes, and he says, I hope old Randy didn't bother you too much, sir. He's had a little too much, but he's harmless, right? He's harmless. And Smiles will look over at Randy, and he gets, he smiles over there, but it doesn't come anywhere near his eyes. And he goes, "No, of course not. We've all been there. No harm, no foul." I'm sure he just needs to sleep it off overnight. That's all he needs. You know what? After I have a drink with my new friend here, I'll see he gets home. I'll take Randy home. And Rick goes, "Oh, I don't think there's no need for that." And he goes, I'll take him home. Don't worry about it." And the barman, he looks down at the ground. You see he's gone pretty pale, and he says, "Sure, okay."
Do I
don't
even
worry about
need
it.
to roll to pick up on that?
If I say throw an insight out there, Gaston's gonna go, "You know what? He was a great drinking partner for my shipmate buddy here. So why don't you open up that 6th room you've got and just throw him in there. Let him sleep it off here. Buy him breakfast in the morning."
And the barman goes, "Well, hey, that's right. We have another room. It's and you're willing to pay for it?"
Sure.
And he goes, "Well, see, there's no reason for you to trouble yourself. He'll be fine." He'll just sleep it off here. And the guy, he gives you a really nasty look, Gaston, and he goes,
Gaston returns it with a filthy one.
right. And he goes, sure. Again, all smiles. And he says, sure. Yeah, that sounds like a fine idea.
Gaston gives
Right.
him a smolder.
And he goes, all right, that sounds fine. You know, I think I'm going to have to pass on that drink there. Nico, wasn't it, right?
Really? Already?
Yeah, I just remembered. I got to get going. But I'm sure I'll be seeing you. You're staying here tonight, right?
That's right. We'll be
I'm
here.
sure. I'm sure I'll see you before you leave. You everyone have a nice night.
Do we,
And
do
thanks
we
for
even need to roll anything to pick up on? On the
oh no, this guy is sinister. This guy is sinister as fuck. Like I said, he's all smiles, but he's got these dead ass lizard eyes. Yeah, you don't need to roll it.
Hey, Boomer, our friend
you're
Smiles
looking
is
at this guy
leaving.
going,
Show him the door.
Hey,
The door.
why are you leaving? Come, sit. You and I didn't even drink.
Right. I've got to get going. Thanks.
No, you have to have at least one drink with me. It would be disrespectful.
Well, no disrespect meant. But
No,
I'm not having a
okay,
drink with
then
you.
you're gonna sit and you're gonna drink with me. At least one drink.
No, thank you. I have to go.
Felix will get up and shut the door.
Oh.
He looks over at you and he says, yeah, I don't think you realize where you are, what's happening.
It's
But you're going to
drafty. I
want
was
to move
closing
away
the
from
door.
that door. Did you mage hand it closed?
No, I got up and stood in front of it.
Oh, he got my closed door, and he goes, right. Well, I'm just gonna go. Are you standing in front of the door?
Yeah, I'm not gonna stand right in his way, but he's gonna have to walk around me or through me to get to the door.
Right. Okay. And so he looks at you. He goes, I don't think you want to do this.
I don't think
Not
I like
here.
the tone of your voice.
I'll just smile.
Well, that's too bad. Because I'm gonna leave. And
Before he
I would
goes,
suggest that you folks.
ask him in
What's up?
Ravnican common. What are you guys even doing here?
His head snaps around super fast when you say that. When you speak in Ravnican, his head snaps around super fast. And here, let me.
Did you guys even file the permits for this?
And he looks at you and he goes, and he says back in Ravnican, and he says, how do you speak this? Who are you?
Really? I'm from home, dude. My name is Gaston de Lessep, a spiritualist of Ogma. I'm an honored lead researcher of the 634th floor of the Lessep Tower, Izzet Guild, and the Silver Dragon Alchemy Kingdom on Ravnica, Crimson Order of the World Tree's Crown.
and his eyes go a little bit wide, and he says, "You have no jurisdiction here."
Yeah, duh, I'm on vacation.
Arcane lock. Nice.
Oh, you cast arcane lock on the door.
Yep.
So he looks over and he sees you cast this, and he's like, "All right, look, I don't know who you guys are, and I don't know what you're doing here,
Seems that makes two of us.
but you're gonna want to let me. You're gonna want to let me out right now."
Big.
Hey Rick, why don't you take Randy to go and why don't you take Randy to go and stir the stew back there? I think right now would be a good time to go and stir the stew.
And so Rick looks at you with like absolute gratitude on his face, and he goes, yeah, I think you're right." And he kind of picks up Randy, and Randy's like, "Hey, what? No, I didn't finish my drink." And he goes, "I think you're good." And he throws Randy like over the bar, like just sort of
I got
like drunk, tosses him over the bar.
17 on my con save.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're good. Drunk tosses Randy over the bar, and then Randy just like you hear kind of a sort of a wet crunch noise as Randy lands on the other side, and Randy's like, "Hey," and Rick just goes, "You will thank me later," and he drags him back into the kitchen and closes the door.
Yeah.
On seeing you grow, he looks over at you, Boomer, and then he looks back at you, Gaston, and he goes, you haven't been dabbling where your guild shouldn't be, are you? Is this one of your experiments?"
I'm here on vacation, man. Your shit is messing with my vacation. And, I'm just here to make sure you guys fill out all the proper paperwork to be messing with this prime.
He says, he goes, of course we file the paperwork.
Really?
Yes.
You're a terrible
Is this
liar.
Ravnican?
And he says, "Well, what are you going to do about it anyway? You're on vacation. Bullshit. You're probably stuck here."
I was promised murder.
He backs up a step away from the now very large dwarf.
And I only ate a bird.
Still hungry, Boomer?
Could have ended so much better for you, but I'm sorry. Step out of Boomer's way and just do the, and there you go. You may eat him, Boomer, if you choose.
Can I just eat him?
He says,
Does anyone want to give Boomer the signal?
so as you,
Wow.
he's waiting for the signal.
Is the signal eat him?
I'll just sort of
eat him now.
Yeah, I'll just shrug to myself and say, should have had that drink.
Should have had that drink. So Boomer, as you step towards him, he begins to his skin begins to change color, and he begins to grow in size. And he says, "You shouldn't have interfered." And the form that he was is now gone. And a new form is in its place.
I appear to have been booted from Tailspire and need
You're
to
still
be
here.
re-GM'd.
Oh, gotcha.
I'd like to rage.
Everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Damn.
Oh wow, I wasn't paying attention.
Woo! First
I mean,
time
we're all
ever.
ready
Skippy.
for this.
Skippy
Hey,
was
buddy.
definitely.
I was definitely paying attention this time. I will.
Nico was
I
too
will-
busy finishing the extra drink that he bought for the other guy.
All right, let's see. All right, what did we get? Gaston, 21.
JP has me beat though.
Skippy.
Yeah,
Skippy and yeah.
I crit.
Skippy's about to surprise the shit out of this guy. And
Oh, hell
pop out
yeah.
his Jeff like a fucking pinata.
Skippy's ready. Like,
It's an arrow is going to
Just-
appear from Jeff's chest.
yeah. Is there enough
Really,
space for me to actually like fire from Jeff's chest, or can I? Do I have to like pop out?
You're gonna have to pop out to actually fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. All right, so Skippy.
It's gonna be like a Total Recall.
What, the bow isn't just one of his legs?
The reactor. All right, so and then
Oh,
Gaston.
God. Awesome.
So excited.
Let's see. Boomer, what'd you get?
9. Are my rolls not showing up?
I'm not seeing him in the.
Yeah, I
in the
didn't
list.
see them either in D&D Beyond.
Okay. Nico.
Only got 12 total.
Yep. And then let's see, how did the dude do?
See,
Roll it
does
on
this
there.
pop up? Why is it not showing up? Let me exit and see about.
So he's gonna go in between.
Ed, I have a question about this. I have this warrior alchemist trait.
Yep.
So that says that if I use a cantrip, I can then make one weapon attack as a bonus action. And since
That's right.
does that mean that because my archery, I gain two bonus attacks, so I get 3 arrows. Does that mean if I use a cantrip, I still get 3 arrows, or do I only get
No,
one?
it's one attack. Yeah. So
Okay.
basically you can do a cantrip, and then you can make like one attack as a bonus attack.
Okay. But then that attack would mean 1 arrow instead of 3 arrows. Then yeah.
Right. So you get a cantrip plus an arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh,
Or
then
can I?
that
Could I
attack-
also? Would I also be able to use a spell, like a spell, like an alchemical? Could I do a cantrip plus a like knockout gas, or like one attack? There's like a level.
No.
Okay.
No, just a regular attack. But
Okay.
that attack would count towards your fire for effect trait.
What's that one? I've forgotten about that one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So I
that
can
attack-
cantrip. Yeah. And then they get
So that
disadvantage.
attack- Yeah, so if you do the bonus action first, fire the shot, and then do the cantrip, they have disadvantage on the saving
Yeah.
throw for the cantrip.
Oh, got ya. Okay. Cool.
You know, or you can save it for the next turn.
Yeah, because then on the
Right.
next turn I can do like one of the better,
Right.
more
Yeah,
powerful.
so
things.
it makes it so you can set up, so you can do a cantrip, fire, and then on the next turn you set
Yeah.
up the fire for effect with if you want to drop a big spell slot.
Mm.
Oh, I also Dragon Acid is now a first level spell you can select.
Ooh, cool. I'll have to look at that in a minute.
Okay, so I think that's everybody. Felix, what'd you get, Felix?
11, I think.
11.
11 with confidence.
All right, yeah, you and the dude are on the same initiative.
Wow.
Okay. Skippy, you are first.
Cool. I was just reading that dragon acid.
You know what? We did actually try to talk to him first this time.
Yeah. What is this thing? What does it look like? Does it look like it's
So he has turned into sort of this large, like he grew, like he basically kind of hulked out when all Bruce Banner on you. So he changed into a large, kind of troll-like creature. And he has these massive claws and what looks like very tough looking skin.
okay?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat that.
Well, we can soften him up for you first, Boomer. Make him a bit like tenderized, yeah.
No, that's fair.
I know before he changed, I wanted to polymorph him into a seagull so he could eat him, but he's a shape changer, so polymorph won't work on him.
I think I will. So, and he's not got any armor or anything.
He is not wearing any armor, no.
Okay. I think then I'm just going to pop out of Jeff's chest and fire off just three regular poisoned attacks.
Just pop out, you're all surprised, cockbag.
I've been here all along.
He's giving us the signal.
And I'd try and aim for anything that looks like, I guess for the head, that looks a bit weaker, since he looks pretty tough.
Shoot it in the face.
Always aim for the head. Yeah. So first one was 24. I'll roll all the attack rolls first. Second one 20.
Nice.
And third attack 22.
Wow.
His name is going to be Ridley Scott.
Okay, then, so I guess all those hit.
Yeah, all those hit, yeah.
So those damages is 4 plus 10, so 14, 14, 19 damage, and then he has to make the con saves on the poison for the 3.
Okay. Let's see. 17. 18. Oh, and a 7.
Okay,
so
so
the last one.
Yeah. And that will be then, where is my ground poison?
Here's 2d4.
2d4, yeah. And that's another 5 poison. So 19, 24.
So you pop out, and you see his eyes, like he looks at you, your arrows hit him, they thud into him. He seems to like barely take any notice of them as they slam into his chest. But he looks and he growls. Do you still have comprehend languages up, Gaston? Yes. He growls in Semitic and he says, 7723. You. Why? How did you escape?
I'm on vacation, man.
Why have you come here? Gaston. Oh, Skippy, do you want to do anything else?
I'm gonna pop back in.
Jump back in. Oh, maybe he wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah. I mean, I was still I guess I still have my tattoos. Like active, if that's any.
I mean, you're.
But I didn't pop out of the chest of a skeleton, so I guess. That's...
Yeah, he saw you pop back. He kind of knows you're kind of in there.
Yeah.
Maybe mutant trolls don't have a sense of object permanence.
I think I will move actually. Yeah, so I would have moved away from him, like maybe to the other side. I guess I can't move now because it's not my turn.
We can go back. Where did you want to move to?
I guess I would have moved somewhere like far, so like there are obstacles between me and him, like maybe over here.
Okay. So you move Jeff, like you and Jeff move.
Me and Jeff move, yeah.
Okay.
And right now Jeff is like turned around, but yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gaston.
I'm gonna migrate over to the corner, turn around, and go, I'm on vacation, old person. Save DC 17 wisdom.
All right. Yeah. No. That is a fail.
All right, he is held and he gets to make a save again. Blah, blah, blah. At the end of each of his turns, he can make a save again.
Okay. So yeah, you jump back, make the gestures. The book opens up in front of you, and a very, very stern-looking librarian walks over to him, and grabs him by the arms, and the troll thingy is held.
Does that give him any kind
else?
of like disadvantages on other saves or anything like that?
You'll pretty much fail at anything dex.
Is he paralyzed?
Paralyzed for the duration.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, paralyzed.
So go up there and take your good aimed swing at his neck, chop off an arm, disarm him. He's not doing
I was thinking about.
So yeah, he can't take any actions or reactions. He automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and attacks against him have advantage.
I see a trip attack coming in the future.
Oh. So I don't think you want to waste that boomer.
Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh wow!
I want to try and grapple him with Bigby's hand, and let Boomer just take some swings.
So I'm pretty sure
he's already held. Like you don't need
crits.
I mean, you can grapple him if you want, but
yeah, but then if he passes his save next turn, he'll still be grappled. Oh, this guy shrugged 3 shots like it was nothing.
Yep, and that's the end for me.
Okay, Nico.
That's the end for me. So he can't talk if he's paralyzed, I guess.
Correct. He is incapacitated.
So yeah, I guess I'll just slowly walk around the table, just leisurely finishing my drink, sort of set it down, said, really should have had that drink. And I'll just sort of casually unsheath the sword and kind of look at it and then just slide it through his head.
Just walk over and just jab him.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack. You have advantage.
Roll to attack. With advantage. That is a 25.
Ooh, good thing you had the advantage.
Which means you crit.
Yep.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay, and I will put.
So you do max weapon damage.
Yeah, and I'll put Terror Blade on that as well.
Okay.
So max weapon damage.
So all of your stealth attack.
Yeah. It was pretty
although
sneaky.
Felix is within 5 feet of him, though.
What does Felix being within 5 feet of him have to do with anything?
I thought it was with another enemy.
I mean,
You don't
Felix
need
is within
advantage on
5
the
feet.
attack if another enemy of the target. Yeah, another enemy of the target is within 5 feet, so I don't need advantage to use sneak attack. So I can use sneak attack.
I see. Oh, I thought your rakish audacity. I thought it had to be just the two of you.
So that's for let's see,
Disengaging
what's that
bullshit.
for? I think that might be the fancy. Oh no, it's not the fancy rakish audacity. I don't need advantage on the attack roll to use, but I did have advantage, right?
You have advantage. That's right.
Yeah. So
Yep.
yeah.
So your all of your sneak attack is maxed. You roll an extra D8 plus 8 plus whatever your terror blade is. Everything's just maxed out. Plus you roll an extra D8.
Yeah. Okay. So the maximum weapon damage would be 14. Sneak attack is 4d6. So that's another 24. So that's 38. Plus the terror blade is 2d8, so that's another 16, so that's 54, and then I roll another d8 plus 6. Is that right?
Not plus 6, just the
d8.
Yep.
Max.
Yeah.
So 54 plus 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 62 damage.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, so you put a serious hurt on this dude. Yeah, I mean, you walk up and, like you said, you slide it into his head.
Wow. He's still standing.
He is still standing, but he is not looking great.
Let's see. Could I just stab him with my regular rapier with my other hand?
Yeah, you can. Oh wait, yeah, because you stabbed him. The attack, you basically did a. Let's see. Well, you cast
Terror Blade. Terror Blade
is a cantrip.
You use it as
I
part
don't
of
know.
an attack. So you use Terror Blade as
that's the attack action, right?
Attack.
Yeah. So yeah, you can use your bonus action.
Yeah.
You use your bonus action to take your offhand.
Yeah. So say, I guess, yeah, I'll just whip out the other sword and just run him through the gut as well.
All right.
Let's see. Where's my trusty regular sword? Oh, where is it? No.
Is that charity?
Yeah. Why isn't it in the thing? Hang on. Oh, there it is. Let's see. So, and I have advantage, right? So that's
Yep.
17. Okay. Yeah. So 25.
25 damage. Yeah, he's still up.
So that's another crit. No, sorry. So it's 25 to hit.
That hit. Sure.
Yeah.
Like you're not even trying with that one.
I know. Yeah. That's a mere 19 damage.
A mere 19 damage. Yeah, so you hit him, hit him through the head and then through the gut.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's bleeding real good. He's still standing, but God, he looks real bad.
So I'll just be like looking at him.
Although
Like,
he
wow.
can't like,
Yeah.
because he's being held, he can't like slump or anything. So he's just held sort of motionless, just bleeding.
Yeah. So I say, huh. Oh, okay. And I'll just walk. I'll use the rest of my movement to just leisurely stroll over. Except I can't. There we go. Yeah, to just stroll over here and just pick at some of the food on the table.
Dick. Yeah. So you.
When it gets all casual.
Yeah, Felix, you're up.
All right, Big B's hand and a strength of +8.
You could probably just breathe on him.
I just want to restrain him.
Yeah.
Great.
Man.
Good. Is he a medium creature?
He's large.
That sucks.
Remember, he automatically fails strength checks.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, so is he grappled then?
Yeah. I mean, can you grapple large creatures?
The hand is large, so. Grasping
Yeah. So
hand.
he can't. So you can't like engulf him, but you can definitely. I mean, the hand can definitely like
Restrain him in case he.
Yeah, can like grab onto him.
Okay. And then I guess I will use my bonus action to have it crush him. So
Squish your head. Squish your head.
Squish his head.
for 7 force damage. Oh, plus
Okay.
For 11. So +4 for my spell casting.
Okay.
And
Oof,
then
still up, but just barely.
I will stop doing whatever. Trying to back up. No! Where did it go?
You're in the wall, I think.
I don't know where I went, but I wanted to just go closer to the door and just
Control
let
C. Control
Boomer
C.
have it.
Where did you want to go?
Just closer to the door, so I'm not right next to him. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And then I will
Okay.
smile at Boomer and say, "Good luck."
All right. Okay, so the troll thingy is up next.
At the end of his turn, he makes another wisdom save to get out of the old person.
Okay. The end of his. Okay. Yep. Okay. So yeah, he is held by this hand, but you can see some of his wounds. The bleeding starts to slow down, so he's not bleeding as profusely as he was before. And it looks like the wounds are starting to close up a little bit.
Of course.
That's what I
Have to
should have
make
done
some
is
more.
shoved him in the fire. Oh well.
Just while he's
Let-
paralyzed. Just...
Let Boomer have his fun.
I'm pretty sure Boomer can overwhelm the healing ability.
And then,
this.
because he's not got much else going on, he's going to go ahead and make that wisdom, try to make that wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
He does make that wisdom saving throw.
But he is still grappled.
but he is still grappled. So he busts out of your hold. He's all, oh, nope. Still being held by the hand. And that will be the end of his turn. Boomer.
Well, we loosened the lid for you, Boomer.
Boomer will do the things. It was nice. I haven't done this in a while. And let's see here. I'm also going to do one of my maneuvers. Attempt a trip attack.
Take those last 3 hit points off in style.
Hit him recklessly, or do I need to do it recklessly since he's grappled?
He is, so you don't get advantage when he's grappled.
Okay. Does he get any kind of disadvantage or anything on a save or a strength save for being grappled, or?
Nope. His speed becomes 0.
Well, that doesn't help.
So basically, he can't move, but he doesn't have any disadvantages.
Gotcha. All right, let's see. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. So let me take the normal. I get to, what did I roll? A 2?
I don't know. I can't see your rolls.
They're still not popping up?
Nope.
You rolled.
I can see an 8.
I see an 8
Yeah, I see 8.
on a D12. 8 on a
Okay.
D12.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I'm not. Let me start reloading it and see if I can see it. Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, I saw 8 on a D12 come up.
All right. Great.
Why 8?
Why is 8?
Because I got a total 27 damage. So maybe, oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, so I rolled an 8. Does that make sense? Oh, okay, 8 plus 7. Okay, yeah. So 15 plus 2 plus an additional 10 for the great weapon. The 2 is from the rage. 27.
That will effectively kill him. How would you like to dispatch him with your massive axe?
Boomer runs up and takes a swing and hits a home run with his head.
Nice.
Yeah, so you run up, you attack, you just come up with your axe, and you just swing from the side and right through his head.
As in
And
the hand is just holding his head like
yeah.
above.
So yeah, I mean the hand's got him hands got him grappled like this, and the axe just comes and goes wow, and his head goes flying off and splatters against the wall, and the body goes limp in the hand.
Get him, Felix! Get him!
Get the soul.
Yep. Does he have a soul to grab?
So you attempt to grab the soul. Go ahead and so you attempt to grab the soul. Use your reaction to attempt to grab the soul, but nothing happens.
Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead.
20.
Nice.
Well, staff seems to be working right. The soul just didn't come.
Hmm.
Is he a
I
ginger?
knew it. They're all soulless bastards. Oh,
I guess.
So we managed to get the souls on the boat. Why is he different?
Hmm. Interesting.
damn it. You just proved that they're not all soulless bastards.
Does he look troll-like, Ed?
Yeah, he definitely has troll-looking tendencies and characteristics.
All right. And I've fought trolls before. Like I fought those 2 trolls in the pit.
Yeah.
You have fought trolls before, that's true.
Could Boomer put 2 and 2 together? And I mean, I know I'm asking a lot there.
Give me a nature check to see what Boomer knows about trolls.
All right. Nature.
Nature check.
Don't fuck me now.
Ooh.
I don't know a lot.
I
get it.
I mean,
And pop
Got a
song.
10.
yeah, you don't know quite. I mean, yeah, you splattered his head. He looks pretty dead.
But I killed trolls in the pit with fire last time.
Yeah. I mean, yes, you did, but it wasn't exactly a surgical strike.
Okay.
And Skippy, since
Can I-
Skippy would be like pretty interested in what the like, since they're like linked to my potential background, I'd probably like want to come and have a look at the body. Can I like hop out of Jeff and go and like look at the body and do a nature check or a medicine check or something? Nature check, I guess.
Yeah, I'd like to do a medicine check to make sure it's actually dead.
Okay, I got 22
yeah.
on my nature check.
What are you checking for?
To see if there's anything like unusual about this troll or like, is it really a troll? Is it something else? Does it have any like signs of it being experimented on in the way that I might have been?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So give me a medicine check.
Balls. I rolled a 1. 2.
So with your
Neither of us
so
are
with
sure.
Yeah, so with your medicine check, so looking at examining the body and looking at it to see if it's been worked on, you can't really tell. You don't see, I mean, you don't really know what the signs are because you didn't actually know you were an experiment until now. And so
I can see it's been worked on with an axe.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. Like this motherfucker has definitely been worked on with an axe. You know, someone definitely took an axe to it. That's for sure. But other than that, you can't really tell much. And the head's off, and the body's laying there very limp and still.
I put the body in the fire. Make sure it's extra dead.
Can I check its pockets for anything before we put it in the fire?
Oh yeah, strip it, but its nude body is going in the fire.
Does it have anything on the body?
Felix, give me a nature check.
Do better than a 2.
I'd like to go to the head.
Dude,
Wow.
that's... I need to
So I
stop
don't know
rolling
if
here.
Felix necessarily knows anything about trolls. Like as far as Felix would know, this thing is dead.
Can I go to the head?
Oh yeah, you can go to the head. Well, like you can go to the bits of it that are splattered across the wall.
Like, see if I can salvage something as a trophy.
Oh yeah, like there's fangs and stuff that you can get that you can definitely take.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, pull out some of the fangs that were in its mouth.
Yep.
I'll call to Rick. So hey Rick, how's that stew coming?
Rick, you hear from behind doesn't open the door, but you hear him go, yeah, this stew's good. How is it out there?
Yeah, I think we're just about done with the main course out here. Just might have a few scraps we need some help disposing of.
Actually, really glad I didn't eat this guy.
All the building and furniture looks fine though.
Was there anything on the body?
Is there anything on the? Yeah. So, So Rick, hold on a second. So Rick, the door opens up, and Rick comes out and he sees the body on the floor and he's like, oh wow, that is something. And he sees, sort of the blood and stuff splattered on the wall and the head, bits and pieces of the head, and Boomer's, collecting fangs. And he's like, oh wow. I have to say we're in a bit of trouble. Skippy, you're sort of going through the body, and as you're going through the body, Boomer, you're kind of you're over here, collecting stuff off the wall. Skippy, Skippy, you're checking the pockets. As you're checking the pockets, everyone in the room hears this sort of popping, crunching noise, and the head of the troll begins to regrow out of its body.
Wow.
And you see it just sort of, it's making this like awful crunching.
Oh man, can I react to this?
Noise.
Can I react and like stick a Grenado in there?
Skippy, you can react first as you are literally going through its pockets, like going through the thing's pockets.
I would stick a Grenado in there and like jump back and shout to everyone like get back.
So Skippy, as you shove it into its like still forming head, you shove this Grenado into its now formed mouth and do like a frog backflip back over the table. What? And,
I would of course make it look cool.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh yeah, come on. Why not? Yeah, not bad. 17.
Yeah. So you hop, you hop over the table, and as you hop over the table, doing this, glorious backflip, your cloak, you command your cloak to billow, but it's still on Jeff.
On Jeff.
So your cloak billows dramatically on Jeff as you're flipping, bare ass naked over this table, and you shout, "Iron Hole!" And this thing explodes. Inside the troll, and it goes, and the head burst apart, and part of its chest burst apart. Boomer, at this point, you go, oh yeah, trolls and fire. And you walk over to the troll, grab it by its loincloth, and dump its body into the fire.
Nice.
Skippy, you did manage. You pulled this small stone out of the thing's pocket before its head started to regrow. And this stone has a rune carved into it.
Okay. I would show it to Felix and Gaston. Like, does this mean anything to you guys?
Gaston, with your comprehend languages still active, the rune carved into it is the in the Simic collective, it is the word for open.
Probably a key.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll just sort of nonchalantly like brush off a couple of bits of exploded troll. Just sort of walk over to the bar to Rick and say, you know, Rick, this stew is really excellent. You know, if you wanted to let me in on the recipe, and I think we could do business here. This would be great.
And that is where we will end tonight's session. Well done. So next week, our intrepid heroes, will they venture out to find to solve the mystery of the Western Island? Will they figure out what is going on in this town? Will Nico ever get the recipe to that soup? Find out next week on Good Guys. Not great.